Retrieving your files from Replit. So the easiest way to move your files to different Replit apps or onto your computer is to download them off of Replit. There is two ways to do this. You can either download each file individually, one by one. If you go to the file you want to download, the three dots on the right, if I click on it, you can see I can select download, and in the top you can see that it will just download that single index.html file. This can be useful if you're just editing one file that you have to resave and put into your submission folder for a file or for a checkpoint or assignment submission. But other than that, I would recommend not just doing one individual file, because we will be submitting things for assignments and checkpoints that will have multiple HTML files and a CSS file. So there's multiple files you want to submit. The easiest way to do this is to click the three dots at the top of the file tree, and there will be a download as zip. And it will actually download all the files in your Replit app into one .zip folder. If I go to my downloads, you can see I have my lab 1, that is a compressed zipped folder. These will be the types of folders that you will submit for the checkpoints and assignments. They always want them to be in a .zip folder. So if I wanted to view my information in here, I can click extract all. So I'll uncompress that file, I'll open up lab 1, and here you can see all the files that I downloaded off of Replit. One thing to note is that a lot of these are not looked at. So when you download files off of Replit, it will come with a .replit file, a Replit backup file. Those are not very important. The important ones is to make sure you have your HTML files. I have the index file here. If I make this a little bigger, you can see that this index file is a Microsoft Edge HTML document. So it's a .html file. Same with the practice file. There's also a default CSS file. So if I wanted to open up this index.html, I can open it up with Chrome. You can see that it opens up nice and easily. But those are the two ways to download your files off of Replit. Now, if you are a Notepad or text edit user, and let's say that this lab 1 is your working file, and all you have is an index file and a practice.html file. When you compress it to a .zip folder for your checkpoint or assignment submissions, all you have to do is go back where it shows the file. On Microsoft, you just right click it and it will say compress to a zip file. I think on Mac you have to do command and click, and it will also just say compress, but you're always compressing to a zip file. You can see there's the little zipper icon on it as well. You can also rename it to whatever you choose. Okay, so that's how you can download files off of Replit in order to submit. You can also take your folder and compress it to a .zip file to submit as well.